Hey everyone! Welcome back. I am back today with more of The Mandalorian, you guys. I know I say this every time. Last episode, I'm still in shock. I'm still in shock over some of the things that happened in the last episode, and I'm so excited to see where it's all going. I feel like now we're like, okay, this is how everything converges. Interesting. Guys, I will briefly get into just kind of any lingering thoughts that I have on the previous episode, because there are a couple things I wanted to talk about that like came to my attention because of you guys, or just in general, just be able to discuss, because last time I was like in even more profound shock when it first happened. So I will get into that. Before I do just want to say, if you're joining me early today, you know just what that means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so very much. And as always, I'm sending you up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in that description down below. And if you're joining me on those YouTubes, I hope you'll hit like and subscribe for me. Thank you so much for that. First and foremost, I'm still just bowled over about Zeb. I'm still just like bowled over about how it happened. It was just so like he just walked up. It wasn't even like a big reveal. He was just like, I'm Zeb and I happen to be here. I just love that. I freaking love that. He looked amazing. He looked absolutely incredible. And I would think that he would be really, really hard to do, because he is the one that you would think would take the most effects, which I'm sure it took a lot to make it look that good. Oh my God, he looked amazing. Oh my God, it was like he was right there. They have come so far with combining like CG and practical effects. We went through this phase just as a people, as a culture, where like CG looked so kind of stuck in there, not natural. Like it looked good, but it didn't look like anyone was talking anything real. God, we have come so far with just like combining the two, practical and, I mean, Grogu's like almost all practical, I think, and just looks freaking fantastic. But whatever they did with Zeb, wow. It gives me a lot of fodder for my theories that like we're going to start seeing a lot more from Rebels tied into, well, I mean, a lot of that's not even fodder. It's like fact by this point, but perhaps even sooner than I thought. Are they dropping the breadcrumbs for certain things, certain characters to pop up and whatnot? It would be very, very poignant. If you know, you know. If you've seen Rebels, you know where I'm going with this. If you haven't, it's all good, because they're not going to leave you in the dark in this. But yeah, guys, I loved it. And it just like the way that it all happened was just, I love it. I love it. All right. There are a couple things I want to point out, because in addition to Zeb, they dropped a couple things on this last time, and I've had some really interesting comments, interesting things come to my attention. This whole thing with the Mandalorians extracting Moff Gideon. Like, my initial thought is, what the heck? And then it was like, oh, okay, it's Mandalorians trying to, like, serve justice. It still could be. But somebody brought up a really, really good point, and that's that there were Imperial Mandalorians at one point. There were, like, Mandalorians that had joined up. Again, a lot of this is Rebels, so, like, I'm not going to get into details, but this is not... If this is something they're bringing into the show, then, like, it's... You're going to hear about it. Could that be a thing? And if that is a thing, if that is indeed a thing... Is it no coincidence that we just set out on this happy path to, like, reunite Mandalorian, get all the, like, all of the Mandalorians on board, when there might be Imperial Mandalorians out there? And, like, it was hard enough to get everyone rallied for, like, the whole Navarro situation. How are we going to feel about Imperial Mandalorians after the whole purge thing? That's going to be a tough one. As a segue, I will use that as a segue to our current story with Bo-Katan, which I think is really interesting that, like, she has an even bigger role here than just to be a member of our crew. She is going to be the one who reunites everyone. Once again, is in that, like, super high important position as a Mandalorian, which I know she can handle it. I know she can take it. I wonder if there's a little part of her that's maybe just, like, slightly disappointed because she had finally kind of found a place to belong, and now they're like, guess what, though? We're actually going to give you this job, which means you're going to be away from us. Sorry. Go in peace. Go and do the thing. So it might be, like, a little bittersweet. And rewatching, like, when I was editing the episode, I could kind of see, like, the look on her face is kind of like, I guess I'm going now. So yeah, so we'll see where all that goes. But I wholeheartedly believe she can do it. I'm proud of her. I'm so happy to see her with more purpose, than drastically more than what she had at the beginning of the season, and in a much better spot. The fight was amazing. The pirates were, I knew the pirates were coming back. They didn't disappoint. Great fight. Good, fun, old-fashioned Star Wars fighting fun. It was epic. Paz Vizsla is just, like, jumped, like, in the last episode, like, jumped the ranks of some of my favorite characters. Like, he has been so much fun to watch. But yeah, it was a really, really good episode. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Cannot wait to see what they're doing with all this. Oh yeah, Captain Teva, like, he is such a cool dude. He needs his own spinoff. Somebody was like, give him and Zeb a spinoff. And I was just like, I know I joke about spinoffs all the time, but Disney Plus, please make this happen. Please give us the Counter Impact one too while you're at it, because why not? Like, it's do it for the subscriptions. Do it for the subs. Please just give us these fun spin-off series. I will watch the heck out of them. But yeah, guys, so I'll wrap it up because I want to jump into the next one, but we certainly have a lot to get into. So without further ado, we say we go ahead and we jump right into the next episode of The Mandalorian. Let's do this.
We are not Imperial either.
Oh, is this the,
We are Mandalorian.
Hey,
And
okay.
sadly,
We have all suffered too much from war.
no, I didn't say anything about war.
Huh?
I know it was for love. But my job is not to judge, but simply to
What?
complete the tasks for which we were hired.
No, I won't go. I won't go.
Oh.
We love each other.
Please go. I can't destroy everything I've built for a childish fling.
Is that all this was to you?
Oh. Probably not,
I
but
meant.
that's what
But you need to go.
they have to say.
We knew fate was not on our side.
Who cares
Oh,
about
like
fate?
a real
love you.
Romeo and Juliet kind of thing.
And I
It's a long ride home.
Oh.
Mandalorians were honorable.
We are, kid. All it takes is a few credits.
They're honorable for hire. Oh, we're with. Yay! I didn't know we were going with. Yay!
I'll land outside the fleet's perimeter. It's probably best if we go on foot.
Oh.
Welcome to Plaza 15, the Outer Rim's only remaining direct democracy. You've been engaging automated guidance.
That's a nice little ditty.
They've taken control of the ship.
Yeah, we're being taken in.
Going for a ride.
I like rides! Baby! Wow.
Everyone, special guests, Mandalorians. I hope you like secretions. Take a little sip.
Oh my god, is that who I think it is?
That's the bantha in the room. I
The
was
band and
once
the Roost, Jack Black!
facilities planning officer during the war. And thanks to the New Republic amnesty program, I was able to help rebuild Plaza 15.
Imperial?
He oversaw the rebuilding of this planet on which my family served as nobility since it was originally settled, and we fell in love.
Oh, Will!
Right? Perhaps hold the baby, please.
He doesn't take kindly to strangers.
Oh, he's like, ah, snack! I'm your best friend! It's my dog.
I'd like to speak to these privateers.
Could we speak to them real quick?
That can be arranged. There is just one condition.
What?
Oh boy.
The planet's Imperial droids were reprogrammed for peace.
I personally oversaw the program. I can assure you they were completely rehabilitated for peaceful purposes exclusively.
But,
We thought.
My love, I personally oversaw the program.
he's like, I was there.
Respectfully, what does this have to do with us?
Our constables are ill-equipped to confront battle droids.
Battle droids?
Battle
Battle
droids.
droids. They've been
Any standing army from entering our city, our constables aren't even allowed to carry blasters.
But you allowed us to be armed.
Exactly.
So maybe we can help each other.
A pluralistic excursion would be viewed as an act of diplomacy between our two planets. In fact, Plaisir 15 would formally recognize Mandalore as a sovereign system and petition the New Republic to
captured Imperial robotics scheduled
Oh my god!
scrapped.
What exactly did happen, by the way, with these... Oh! Ah, we're getting a little aggressive with the shaking there!
Then others.
Ah, it is! What the heck is with cameos this one? Holy crap! Ah! Yikes!
Why not turn them all off?
Deactivate them.
Why is that?
The citizens are no longer required to work. They can spend their days engaging in recreation, the arts, and participating in our direct democracy.
So the
We
droids
shut down
do
the droids.
the work.
Our citizens wouldn't know how to survive.
Oh no,
Society
that's...
would collapse.
And on behalf of the Duchess and Captain Bombardier to help you with your droid problem.
So pleasant! We're here to help!
Hello?
I am Mandalorian Din Djarin, friend of Ugnaught Kuiil. You will answer our questions and help us with our task.
There we
I
go.
have spoken.
I have spoken!
The droids are not malfunctioning.
Citizens have been harmed by these malfunctioning machines.
What is really going on?
We will investigate the dangerous incidents. We would appreciate your help.
Okay.
Here are the locations of the droids you seek.
Thank you. We are in your debt.
Cool.
I have spoken.
I've spoken. I want to start ending my sentences with I have spoken. I like that.
I've spent time with Ugnaughts. There's a particular way to communicate with them. Accusing the work of malfunctioning is an insult.
Yes, I saw the reports. Rest assured, I've had the entire line of loaders undergo maintenance protocols. As a safety measure. The certification, they work. What are you doing?
Testing it. And that one's gonna be like, no, thank you. Oh, so what we're seeing here is, are they like revolting? Are they honest to God revolting? Oh man, they can really move when they want to. Holy cow! Also, how fun is it to see battle droids again? All right, this is the plan. Sweet. God, what a boss.
The resistor.
Sounds like a droid bar.
Let's go check it out.
There's an address.
Oh, how convenient for our investigation.
You kicking droids is really not helpful.
I figured out which one was malfunctioning, didn't I?
He did.
I'll do it your way. Now let me do it mine. Okay.
Let's compromise. Let's compromise.
The address.
So this is a droid bar. Interesting. Oh. Okay. Well, that's what it looks like for. Okay, that's not droids. Hi. Hello. Keep partying. Don't mind us.
I don't think they get many of our kind here.
I think that's fair to assume.
You can check my registry. We are in full compliance with planetary biological.
If you don't start answering questions, I'll
We were gonna do things her way.
Dissect it.
A word.
Could we chat for a minute?
You're wasting your time. You can't reason with droids.
Their behavior's programmed. All they do is reason.
They're also programmed not to harm organics. How's that going?
Look, you are
I don't think we're gonna be able to use Force to do this.
There are concerns among my customers that we will be replaced.
By what?
Humans. Most of us have been refurbished and reprogrammed. Some droids on Plazia date back to the Separatists.
The New Republic would send them to scrap. But here on Plazia, they are given a second chance.
They don't want to lose that.
Don't help.
Human life is so short. They don't ask that much of us. Organics created us. It's the least we can do.
They want to keep helping. A lot of them do. So they're like, yeah, please. We don't want to be turned off.
It seems the malfunctioning droids all imbibed from the same batch of Nepenthe.
Okay. Well, now we're on to something. Who
These are the remains
spiked
of the latest
Nepenthe?
malfunctioning. Particles are definitely present.
What are the chances that they're still active?
Ah! Oh my god, I'd say pretty good! Holy crap! Who is doing this though? Because clearly many of the droids do not want this to happen. This is not... Whoa. Oh, nice!
They're still active.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say.
Probably malleability limitations at this scale.
No.
No?
It's writing.
Rotate the
What does it
perspective.
say?
It's a chain code.
If it has a chain
What?
code, then we should be able to determine its point of origin.
In theory.
Right.
Let me see what I can... We're requisitioned by the security office.
Is that unusual?
It's illegal.
Oh!
There's no record of this transaction. Our head of security,
Oh!
Commissioner Hellgate.
Sorry, I have to check the data farm for anomalies.
Sorry,
We
friend.
know about the Nepenthe and the nanodroids.
They didn't malfunction. You programmed them to disrupt an attack.
Yep.
You're coming with us.
They're like, what?
Everyone freeze!
Give yourself up.
Give up? I never give up. I didn't give up to the corrupt Republic. I didn't give up to the Empire.
He's seen a lot. He's seen a lot.
You're a separatist.
Separatist is a pejorative term. I support democracy. Count Dooku was a visionary. He was cut short in his prime by the Jedi and forces.
Oh! Well, we could just stun you. It was a good speech, though. I would have liked to have heard more about it. Yeah, it's all very political. Ow! Oh, baby really likes his new friend. Also, can we talk about just her whole getup? It's beyond gorgeous. He helped. He helped a little bit, didn't he? Did you help, little baby?
Despicable. If that isn't the Quacta calling the stifling slimy.
I beg your pardon.
This planet is unrecognizable since he arrived.
I had a feeling you hated me.
I'm disappointed in you, Commissioner.
So sad.
You served my family well. But Captain Bombardier is the love of my life. And I know his heart is true. Sure, he's made some mistakes.
I am sorry to have disappointed you, my lady. Perhaps someday I can earn such forgiveness from your grace.
Perhaps.
Okay.
As for now, you must live in exile on the moon of Paraquat.
Okay. Oh, not the moon of Paraquat.
Our highest honor, the key to Plazir.
Ooh. Nice. We're going around, getting keys.
You will all this little one.
Yes!
I grant knighthood.
Oh! He's a knight now! Oh!
You are now
he's
a
a little
knight of the Ancient Order of Independent Regencies.
Yay!
Going
Because I'm a knight now, Daddy! I'm a knight, Daddy! I'm a knight!
Milady.
Sir Grogu. Baby Knight. He's not a Jedi Knight, but he's a Knight. Boyfriend! Oh, he made such good friends. All they had to do was give him a snack, and he was their best friend. It's my dog. Oh, she's playing some catch. Hi, guys.
I'm now in command and grown quite fond of it.
The thing is, we're not really looking for power so much as we are community.
Then I challenge you.
Oh, okay.
One warrior to another.
How do you feel about that? You think you could go toe-to-toe here? It's not gonna be a long fight, is it? I feel like she's gonna hold her own here. There's a reason why she was the leader, though, guys. Oh! No, well, we got the jetpack. Nope. Oh, wow. Ah, see, no one ever really falls down when they have a jetpack, though. Whoa, she dragged him. Sweet, holy crap. Okay, now do you yield? Now do you yield? I would yield. Ouch.
Mandalorians are stronger together.
Right. We've been scattered too long.
There's not one drop of Mandalorian blood in his veins.
That's uncalled for.
And chose to walk the way, just as our ancestors did.
Right.
He is every bit the Mandalorian that they were.
Heck yeah.
The ruler of Mandalore must possess the darksaber.
Then she shall have it.
Huh? Can you just give it though? Can you?
It belongs to you.
It really does. It was taken from you.
It's not a gift.
Are you doing this? Are we doing this? Are we doing this
While
right now?
exploring Mandalore, I was captured, and this blade was taken from me. Katan rescued me and slayed my captor.
So technically,
she defeated the enemy that defeated me. Would it not belong to her?
It would.
It would. Yeah, and I mean, she wields it like it's been with her whole life. So let's just do. Put it in her hands. Put it in her hands.
I return this blade to its rightful owner.
Heck yeah! Take it and lead them. Way to go, Din! I gotta say, they may have had their differences on this mission, but they complement each other so well. He came in for the savior. Yeah! Woo! Ah! Wow, guys, I loved that episode so stinking much for so many reasons. First off, just the cameos alone were like fantastic. I just love them. I love the look of the whole planet and just getting to see all the visuals and getting to see, like, I loved Clone Wars where we would just like go to a different world and be like, you know, we'd have a mission there and we'd kind of like get to know this whole new people and like their culture and how it worked, and almost kind of like a very like almost sort of Star Trek kind of, it's had some similarities to that. But that was really fun, and the planet was really beautiful, and the story itself was like very interesting enough. Just from a story perspective of like, okay, well, we have this world where like everyone's sort of like self-actualized and just there's really no need for work. All of our essential functions are taken care of by droids, and we can just go and appreciate our lives fully. I can definitely see how that would upset some people like that. I feel like that's especially to someone who remembers a lot further back and has seen a lot, I could see how that would be, that would raise some concern. And even beyond that concern about the droid specifically, we see how the Christopher Lloyd character, so here's what's interesting to me about that. Here's what's really, really interesting. So in Rebels and towards the end of Clone Wars, I start thinking, if a separatist is the opposite of like a somebody in favor of the Republic, I don't want to say Republican, but someone in favor of the Republic, and the Republic became the Empire, would, by that logic, a separatist now be a rebel against the Empire? And rebels explore that. And the answer was kind of pretty much yes. Which was, you know, and again, like, I've only seen Bad Batch Season 1, but this is something that we were starting to explore a little bit in Bad Batch Season 1 too, when it was so fresh and new that, like, that really threw a lot of people off. Because all of a sudden, you're a rebel and you kind of have more in common with a separatist than you do with the Republic, which is not the Empire. So in a way, I follow the line of thinking that, like, I've seen this movie before. I know how it ends. And clearly somebody who is a sympathizer, very loyal to the ideals of Count Dooku, which, as we see in Tales of the Jedi too, like, what was really interesting about that is that the separatists were really not completely wrong. And at the end of the day, both sides were being manipulated, so it didn't really matter anyway. But the idea that, like, the Republic had become corrupt, and there were a lot of these problems, and even there was some problems with the Jedi, and the Council and the way that worked, and there were a lot of people who were like, we need something different. And that wasn't entirely wrong. It wasn't entirely right. I'm not saying that, like, all the separatist stuff was super cool and chill and great. No, obviously not. But a lot of the grievances were not uncalled for. And so I think what we're seeing here now is, okay, we defeated the Empire. Now we have the New Republic. New Republic has got a lot of bureaucratic issues right off the bat. For one thing, they have to pick up a lot of pieces of the mess for the Empire. They have to figure all that out. What do we do with the old Imperials? Now, here's an example of, like, okay, this is a former Imperial that, like, this really worked out, it seems. Like, this person really genuinely seems to, like, fit in well with this world, and they found love, and it all worked out, and everything's good. So, like, there is a lot of evidence for the fact that, the program that we saw before could be a positive thing, but much like anything else, once you get it into any kind of structure at that level, there's going to be a lot of red tape, there's going to be a lot of nonsense, and this individual, security guy, Christopher Lloyd, comes in, he's like, we're going through it all over again. And is he wrong? I mean, clearly he's wrong on what he did here, but not exactly. It's, guys, same stuff, different day. It's almost like discouraging to me as someone who loves the story of Rebels and loves the, 4, 5, 6, the movies, and loves that whole story so much. It's almost a little disheartening to see, like, we kind of are making a lot of the same problems for ourselves. Clearly not intentionally, but enough to the point where, like, you can see why, just like you could see why the Separatists felt the way they did. You could kind of see why the First Order would get some momentum. You can see it. And that it's a little discouraging. It's a little disheartening. I guess you can just take heart in the fact that, like, no matter what, if you have a government or structure of any kind, there's always going to be problems. There's always going to be corruption. There will always be people who really believe in it and want to uphold it and have great intentions. And there's going to be others who are not so much. And there's going to be folks who see a lot of problems in said structure, and they're right. And there's going to be a lot of people who see problems in the structure and they're going to manipulate it to do something negative, to do something harmful. I mean, I guess it's the only thing you could really take heart in. Because that kind of bums me out to think that, like, after all that, we're kind of getting caught in a lot of the same trappings. So yeah, guys, it's politics. Like Bo-Katan said, it's all very political, but it is interesting. And it is interesting from a philosophical standpoint that like all this has happened. You think about like rise and fall of societies. This has all happened within what, 30, 40 years? Like not that long of a time. Short enough time that you have somebody a little bit older who has seen it all, who has gone through the whole thing and is now seeing all the signs again. So I don't know. I didn't mean to get off on a tangent. I just think that's a really interesting subject. And I'm glad that they're kind of filling in this gap period between, you know, the defeat of the Empire and the rise of the First Order. Because there is a story there. There's like that does not happen in a vacuum. That does not happen by accident. That does not happen because, you know, one or two people kind of went off and did their own thing. Like there is a very solid reason for something like that to happen. So yeah, guys, that was really good. I like the message that it sent about droids as well, because I love droids. And I think what a way to like turn that on its head, that like we have instances in the franchise where like droids can't go into a bar because they're droids. And now we have like a droid bar and he's like, I don't think they get our kind here too often. But they didn't throw them out. And I think it's interesting to see there too that like they're cool. Like they want this piece. Like at first I'm like, is this like a droid revolution? Is it like a droid uprising? No, like a lot of the majority of the droids were probably like super on board, and it was a programming thing. It wasn't even, it was like beyond their control, which really, really sucks, because it wasn't even, you know, you look at what's going on with the humanoids and other like non-droid, like organic creatures, and there is actual like push and pull here. There is a clash of ideals. This isn't even a clash of ideals. This is straight up programming, which really sucks. So yeah, so I'm glad that it will work out now, for the whole, I guess, the ecosystem that they have going on there, that the droids are like, hey, you know what? We live a lot longer than organics, and this seems like a fair arrangement. It's better than being scrapped. Although I would like maybe a bit more respect for droids would be nice. And I know that's hard for Din, because we know Din's got a big pass with the droids, but, you know, if this episode was about anything, it was about, like, I really like the message at the end that, like, can't we move forward from this, you know? Like, which is a hard thing to do in the face of, you know, in the recovery time following a war. It really is. But yeah, so I've ranted a lot. I'm sorry. I want to say I loved it. And now Bo-Katan's got the gosh darn darksaber back. Oh, yes. Solid logic. Din really came through. They make a great team. The baby got lots of pets and snacks. I was very, very happy for the baby. The baby's now a knight. Sir Grogu. Everyone call him Sir Grogu, please. If you will. Just a really good episode. I just liked it all the way around. Great furthering the story on so many fronts. For our story that we're following about our characters, for the kind of the bigger picture of like putting together what happened leading up to the First Order. For Grogu, just like fun visuals and really cool kind of, I don't know, it's just like, it's part of the fun of having a story in space is getting to see some cool stuff. So yeah, guys. Oh yeah, we got to see Sasha Banks. She's not Sasha Banks. What's her name now? Mercedes Monet. I don't know how to say it. I don't think she's had too many matches so far, but I guess that is her new name. But yeah, that was super cool. So yay. All right, guys. Great episode. I'll wrap it up now. But I'm really excited to see where we go. We cannot have very many left after this. This was episode... Oh, it doesn't say... Oh, yeah. It says episode 6. I think there's like 8. I don't think there's 10. I could be wrong. Maybe there's 10. But I think there's like 8. So we have a handful left. So really curious to see where we go from here. Great episode. I hope you enjoyed watching along with me. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. Please be sure to join me next time, because I think that I really like where this is all going, And I'm sure I'm going to need your help with whatever they have planned for the rest of the season. So please be sure to join me next time. We will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.